Handsome young man here, I've been having the pleasure of allowing him to enter into my mind, body, and soul for the last 6 years.
Well, that was deep. Go ahead.
And with giving him all of me, I feel like the least in return he can do is give me his last name.
Mr. Hilton, do you have anything to that outstanding remark?
Yes, it's a lot of things that has happened over the years that has prolonged the process.
Prolong the process. The run-up to getting married should be a fun, like, yeah, you know, but if it's become a process,
Yeah, it's
good reason to be concerned. Why is it a process?
There's been a lot of trust issues throughout the relationship.
Name your number one trust issue you have with Miss Heredia.
As far as us getting into different arguments, and anytime we have a problem, her go-to is to kick me out of the house constantly. So it's hard to, pursue a marriage when you don't have.
What is the smallest thing you ever got kicked out of the house for?
Over a picture.
Tell me what happened.
Previous relationship that I had, I kind of grew fond of a little small kid, and I helped him from a small baby till he got like 4 years old, and I kind of grew a little bit of attachment to him. So I held on to the picture. I didn't have a picture of him, his mother, or anything like that, but I held on to the picture.
She got mad about it?
She came across a picture one day, and it kind of grew a flame inside of her, and it turned into an argument. The argument turned into trying to get
out of the house. Ms. Heredia, why don't you give me your version of that event?
That event is true, very accurate, like Mr. Hilton
How you
said.
gonna get mad because he's attached to a little boy?
It was about the picture. It absolutely was about the picture because it was how I found it. It wasn't like I knew that it was in my home, and it wasn't like I was even looking for it. It was something that I ended up stumbling across.
Her home.
And when I brought it to his attention, he made it seem, he kind of tried to downplay it because we have a son. And he was making it seem like that's his son also. And I was like, no, that's not. Biologically, you have one child, and that child is with me.
Why does that bother you so much? Here we have a whole community full of fatherless children out there. He chooses to become attached to a little boy, and hey, it takes a village. Why does that bother you so?
Again, like I said, it bothered me because it was something that I didn't know about that was in my home. And I think if the approach would have been different, if he would have told me, hey, I have this picture in the house, if it was something that we would have probably talked about, or if I would have known about it, then I probably wouldn't have blew up the way that I did.
I feel it.
Are you that insecure? Because that's all that is insecurity.
I can be.
You took it as a threat to self. And then next thing you do, bounce him out the house, which in chasing your insecurities, you're kicking away the thing you want. You know what I mean? You're chasing crazy, and you're losing your man in the process. But okay, I'm done preaching. What do you say is the major impediment to you bringing this thing home?
Like, I've asked him before, why haven't I had a ring? I mean, he's given me false hope. He's went to the extent of even taking me to stores and getting my ring size. So I'm thinking, okay, well, in a matter of maybe days or maybe in a few hours, I'll be getting proposed to me. So, I get ecstatic and I start planning weddings already in my head and picturing, a dress and the whole nine. And, months will go by and...
Are you dangling the possibility of marriage in front of her to keep her on the straight and narrow with you?
Not at all. Not at all.
Have you taken her to size rings?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you really intend to buy her one? I mean, what was the motive?
Of course, I'm a stand-up guy, so anything that I say, I follow through with it, unless you show me that you're not the woman that you're telling me that you're going to be for the rest of my life.
Give me an example of her not being the woman she represents herself to be.
She has lied to me.
About what?
Past relationships that she's had. She's also lied to me about conversations that she's had with an ex of hers.
Ms. Heredia, do you know what he's talking about?
I have no idea.
You have absolutely no inkling what the conversation was or who that conversation might have been with.
This is coming from the young man who told me that he doesn't want to move forward in marriage because if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Did you say that?
No, because...
Do you feel that way?
Me, myself, I want to be married one day. So I wouldn't constantly, like I said, she's kicked me out. I wouldn't keep going back to the same woman that I don't have intentions of being with.
How many times did she kick you out?
At least about 6 or 7. Easy. She'll say something like, well, give me my key back. I don't want you here.
Exiling you from the home.
Right.
You've been shunned in one way, shape, or form.
Right, like as she said, a picture in her house, she always makes it known that this is her house. And it's not, you have a marriage, I feel like it should be 50-50.
Are you paying the bills in her house?
Of course.
He wouldn't be in the house if he wasn't.
Do you keep reminding him that it is your house and not his house, even though he's contributing financially?
I've gotten better.
You've gotten better. Okay. All right. Hey, that was honest at least. That was honest at least. So, now, Ms. Heredia, I'm going to talk to you. You say he doesn't have boundaries when it comes to talking about his other baby's mother. So I want to move on to that one now. Heredia, you say that he doesn't put enough boundaries between him and one of his baby's mothers. Why don't you tell me what your concern is in that regard?
With this other woman, it's been so much damage and so much hurt. Being able to call me out of my name, being able to disrespect me publicly on social media, and there's never been any repercussions.
Okay, let me ask you this. When you and her get into it, is it something she starts? Do you start it?
A lot of times it's me reacting because I'm trying to defend my character.
Reacting to what? What kind of things are said about you that you feel you must respond to?
Just saying things like, he's her man, remember that, if she wanted him back, she could have him. Just little spiteful things to get a reaction out of me.
Stuff like that.
Right.
Mr. Hilton, is that going on?
It has.
It has gone. And what was your response to that?
I told her, leave the situation alone due to the fact that I know what she's capable of doing. I know how petty she is. So just steer clear of that. Let's focus on our relationship first and foremost and build on that first. So behind my back, she took it upon herself to reach out to her. And when she did that, she got exactly what I told her she was going to get.
Did you reach out when he told you not to? Did you start something? You did.
I didn't reach out on any, it wasn't malicious. It was just, hey, this is who I am. And
Miss Heredia, I don't know if you own a mirror or not, but you're gorgeous. And I think you're your own worst enemy. I know what he's telling me is true, because I see those other insecure things that you did. A picture of a little boy got him booted out of the house. You're scared to death. You're hanging on for dear life. And anything that looks like might be some kind of potential threat to you and your relationship with him gets an over-the-top nuclear response, no matter what it is. And that's why he's running. Guys never watch you if you chase them. You turn around and sit down somewhere and they're like, oh, she's not behind me anymore. Did you hear what I just said?
yes, ma'am.
Is there a ring of truth in it anywhere?
Absolutely.
Mr. Hilton, did you hear what I just said?
I definitely heard what you said.
Do you believe that's true?
Yes.
Are there any other issues that you think are prohibiting you from getting married?
He doesn't trust me. It's gotten so bad that even when I'm telling the truth, he says that I'm lying. And then, even if the truth comes out at a later time, there's still no remorse. Well, you know what, you were telling the truth, let me give you the benefit of the doubt moving forward.
Right.
And that's all that I ask of him.
Has she lied to you in the past that would, in such a manner or in such quantity that you can't believe anything she says?
With a straight face, Your Honor.
Like what? What kind of lies has she told?
It's been times where I've caught him while he's her red-handed. Like I said, one of her exes, she's reached out to him. And when I confronted her about it, she, instead of admitting to it and being apologetic about it, she felt like she rather lie about it. Like, no, that didn't happen, or it wasn't that serious. When I heard the whole conversation.
I'm with you. I want to move on to something that really interested me, was that the catfish situation, where somebody got a hold of your picture and pretended they were you on social media. So, Ms. Heredia, why don't you tell me what happened when someone got a hold of your picture and posed as you on Facebook or
This
wherever?
young lady took it upon herself to go onto my profile and to create a whole new profile, try to air out dirty laundry, made up things. There was a lot of defamation that was involved. Just trying to make me look bad so that he could have a bad taste in his mouth. And I mean, obviously, I do a good job of that on my own, so I don't need her helping out, trying to, break us up.
How did you respond to that? Did you fly in like Superman and tell her she didn't have to worry, that this other woman, you didn't care?
Right away, I let her know that, this is something that not necessarily she shouldn't be concerned about, because that's definitely serious. But I was going to be there for her, how apologetic I was about it, even though I didn't do it myself.
Did he do that? Did he come correct with you with his response?
Probably with that specific time, but I mean, there's been other run-ins that I've had with her where I felt like I was neglected.
Okay. What happened with the candy bar? Somebody tell me somebody's kid took a candy bar?
I'm lost on that one myself.
We were going to
She remembers.
Okay, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
We were going shopping, and I was at the register, and my daughter was at the register, and she took it upon herself to grab a piece of candy, and I just ended up grabbing another one to give it to the lady at the register. And when she was walking out of the store, one of the other employers had seen her, I guess, thinking that she had some type of intentions on taking the candy without it being paid for. And I've actually already paid for it. It's just during the transaction, she was trying to walk out of the store. So instead of Robert kind of interjecting and saying hey, she paid for it, he came at it more like, well, you should have just showed him the receipt.
That's not how I remember it at all.
I hope not, because that was a
At all.
stupid story.
At all.
I'm sorry, Mr. Heredia. You just show him the receipt. I don't don't know why everybody thinks that, I get angry, I get upset, but I do it so rarely, and I always think of it as a failure on my part to diplomatically and appropriately handle a situation, even if I've got a fool on the other side. Now, I haven't said that I haven't gotten angry, because I do, but you seem to look for that. You seem to think that a ratcheted up situation is a sign of true compassion, and, he's gonna go for it on my behalf. You need it in order to get loud and crazy on your behalf in order to feel like he really loves you, and that's not what that is. Did you see what I'm saying? You showed a receipt. That was a rational man's response to a stupid situation. But you wanted him to come in all hard and crazy with it, right?
Kind of.
I know why you're not getting a ring. So let's talk about it, okay? Because we can't get you one unless you fix what the obstacles are.
And I'm willing to change.
Now, Mr. Hilton, sometimes I get to this point in the proceeding and I tell a woman I'm going to tell her how to get a ring, and the guy over there almost collapses. Now, you got to tell me now, if this thing gets right, is marriage really on the table? Because don't dangle it if it's not there for you anymore.
This,
As a matter of fact, I'm going to give you a minute to think about it, because if you don't give me the answer that I need to hear, that determines what I'm going to tell her. Mr. Hilton, do you actually see marrying Ms. Heredia?
yes.
Talk to me.
This is my final straw, though. Coming here, because it's been 6 years, back and forth, and this is, she has a desire to want to be married. I have a desire to want to be in a functional relationship that's not on a seesaw constantly.
And that's what you're in right now, is
Yes.
a relationship that is not functioning well.
Correct.
What do you think you need to change? I know, I see the big glaring issue over here. I get that part. But nothing's ever completely one-sided.
Right.
What ownership do you take in the dysfunction that is currently your relationship?
I could be a little stubborn at times. Like what she mentions, that I don't have her back on certain things that she might be upset about. I feel like if I mention it one time, you heard me the first time, let's leave it at that. Like I don't follow up and go back.
Ms. Heredia, I'm gonna talk to you for a second. Jealousy is an ugly chick, and she's very expensive. And what she does is she costs you peace on a daily basis, on the off chance that one day he might mess up. You're making every day miserable. Do you see how deep that is? I'm going to chase him today. I'm going to be angry today. I'm going to look today. See, if I were that other chick, I'd be over there like, yay, because she's done her job. She kept you from getting that ring. She's successful. She won. She could spike the ball. All she got to do is go in for the extra point, because you've allowed her to win. Now, if I saw her name on something, delete, move on. Every time you get upset about her, every time you discuss her with him, she wins. You need to start looking at it that way. But you need to find satisfaction in who and what you are. You can't get any prettier, so I don't know what to do with that. But you have to realize that you will be happy and stable. Let's say I hope you live to 105. I do. Let's say he gets hit by a bus tomorrow and dies. You'll be fine. You'll be sad. You'll cry. You'll be upset. But your life won't end. You act like the fact that he's might have a woman out there or might have somebody who wants him is going to end your life. Your responding life is a life-threatening event, and I'm telling you it's not. You see what I'm saying? Don't keep handing that woman a victory. You are going to drive him away. You got that?
Yeah.
My best to both of you. This matters again.
Well, y'all, I didn't go to law school, so I'm not the judge here, guys. You all are. Drop down in the comments, do you believe what the judge is talking about? And was she right or was she wrong on this one? And we'll see you in the next one.